like to share with you as we begin one of my clients who gave me permission to share what she had to say about learning about anxiety and stress in the brain and how learning about the cortex and the amygdala has been helpful to her. These are direct quotes from her. She said, "You just want to know what's going on when you're dealing with anxiety." She said, "I didn't understand what I was feeling or why. At least I know what it is. And I understand what, my brain is doing to me now, what's going on in my brain." And she said the thing that she appreciated is that I gave her ways to make things change. She said, "You've taught me about deep breathing, you've taught me how to sleep better, and those things have really helped." And she said, understanding the amygdala definitely helped her because when she didn't sleep, she knew that those terrible feelings she would have the next day were connected to the amygdala not getting enough sleep. And she said, "Oh, when I don't get sleep, you feel so crappy," she said, "and it helps to have a reason why you're feeling that way and to know that better sleep is going to make it better." And that really helps. She said, "I don't feel so hopeless about my feeling that way on a certain day. I know I I know that it can go away. I know that it can go away. Sorry. I know that it can go away and it will be better tomorrow." And so she also said she appreciated knowing ways to calm down her amygdala. So I just want you to know that our clients benefit from learning this information. But one key thing to tell you is that I don't explain it to my clients in the way I explain it to you. Look at how I'm making you sit down for 3 hours and listen to me, right? Actually, there's not 3 hours of brain related information. I'd say there's maybe an hour and a half or so at the most. But I don't make my clients sit down and talk about the brain for an hour. I give this information gradually over the process of therapy, relating it to their experiences. And so this isn't something that I would ever expect you to give a lecture on. I think it helps to explain it gradually. Okay, so what did that go backwards? Yeah, we went backwards. We're going forward. All right, so we're going to start out with just an explanation of what is sleep. Sleep is not just a period of our brain being turned off and our body being turned off. Active things are happening in this period of sleep, even though you are not aware of most of the processes that are going on. You might be aware of dreams, but not even all the dreams you have are in your awareness. You go through certain cycles through the night, and these cycles that you go through have different names. We have really light sleep that happens right away, and often there's jerking that's happening during that very light sleep, but then you go into another phase of light sleep where you are more still. But it's still light sleep, and different things are going on in your brain during light sleep than during deep sleep. And deep sleep is a different part of our sleeping cycle in which it's very difficult to wake the person up. You really have to shake them or call their name loudly. And they are really, really in a deep sleep. And then we have another kind of sleep that we call REM sleep sometimes, or REM sleep, and it stands for rapid eye movement sleep. And that rapid eye movement sleep is sleep that you are typically, part of it is dreaming, although you can dream in the other stages. Your eyes are moving, but they're closed. So your eyes are moving under your eyelids, and they often are moving rapidly. So it's almost as if your brain believes you're seeing things and you're hearing things. Things are going on. Your brain is very active during all of these different cycles. And every night when you go to bed, you go through the very same pattern of cycles, very same pattern. And as you go through these cycles, I want you to notice something. Notice, I'm going to use my cursor here and should point out this blue, light blue kind of sleep here that we call deep sleep. Notice how you get deep sleep right away. Your brain thinks deep sleep is the first thing to throw at you in a big fat band when it gets to choose some, right? Now it's also doing that light sleep, but light sleep, it doesn't seem like some important processes are happening. It's kind of a process of getting into deeper, deeper sleep until boom, you get deep sleep. And then important stuff happens. Notice how it gives you as much deep sleep as it can right away. And then it kind of gradually diminishes as the night goes on. And this is the pattern we all follow. We follow the pattern of most of our deep sleep happens early and gradually diminish as we go through the cycles later. Also, notice the other thing. When we're talking about REM sleep or rapid eye movement sleep, notice how it doesn't prioritize, our brain does not prioritize that. Early on in our sleep cycles, it gives us a little bit of REM, but not too much, a little bit more, not too much, you know? And in the first 3 or 4 hours of our sleep, we do not get as much REM as we do that deep sleep. The REM sleep, it happens more in the later part of the night where you see these thicker bands happen. And notice this is important. REM sleep happens most in the 7th and 8th hours of our sleep is when we get that. And I know some of you are going to say 7th hour of sleep, Catherine. You said 7th hour? When do I get that? Or 8th hour sleep? Ha, you must be joking. But we don't get REM sleep until those late hours of sleep. Another thing I want to point out is this pattern of sleep shows you what we do as we go through the night and that our brain is busy doing things. And we'll talk about what those things are later. But the important thing to notice is that there is a pattern and that we do all follow this very similar pattern through our process of sleep, right? Now, here's what I want to tell you. If you wake up in the middle of the night and you stay up for more than, say, 15, 20 minutes or so, and you don't fall asleep very well, definitely up for 30 minutes, or if you're up for an hour, when you go back to sleep, here's the bad news. Sleep is not like a DVD that you can just pause it in the middle and go back to that DVD to watch the rest of the movie when you want to. No, you have to start over at the beginning in your sleep cycle. So when you start your sleep cycle over, you are going through the same process that you already went through with lots of deep sleep and not so much REM sleep. And that's an important thing for people to know. You can't interrupt your sleep and go back and just jump in where you left off. That's not how the sleep cycle works. Okay.